Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I hope your holidays are going well. This week, I would like to talk about 5 keys to success in triathlon or endurance sports. These are in no particular order, so it really is a matter of figuring out what works for you and the way you approach your athletic career, but these are the ones I like. So the first one I call find your purpose. And the thought behind this is to understand yourself a little bit and understand why you've decided to participate in triathlon or whatever sport you're choosing. Are you doing it for fun? Are you doing it for fitness, for friends, for competition, or some combination thereof? So understanding yourself and what motivates you to continue to go out is important. And your motivations are going to change throughout your athletic career. You may start out having been a competitive athlete in high school or college. You stick with that for a while, or you take a break, you come back in, and then you're like, you know what, I'm done with the competition side of things, but I really enjoy the fitness and the friendship that I've made through all these events. So find your purpose. That's different for all of us. The next one is to be consistent. For long-term success in triathlon, you need to be consistent day in, day out, week in and week out. There are no shortcuts, absolutely no shortcuts whatsoever. The only shortcut would be is if you were a swimmer when you were 7 years old. That's going to help. Everything else you're going to have to work for. So be consistent. The third one is to set SMART goals, and that's the specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, if you had not heard that acronym before. So it's not only to say I want to do an Ironman someday. It's I want to do an Ironman in the United States in 2027. And then you can build your life and your plan from that. So achievable and realistic are roughly the same thing, but it's like, can you do it this year? Can you do it next year? Is it a goal that is something that your body and mind can handle training for, which is the realistic part of things, right? Because if you don't like exercising for more than an hour and you decide you want to do a Ironman, you're going to need to have a long talk with yourself about how that's all going to work. The jingling you hear in the background is my dog. Would you like to come here and say hello? She doesn't want to come here and say hello, so maybe next time. The fourth one is find your people. So you can train for all this stuff on your own. However, I have found it is a lot easier and a lot more fun if you find some groups to train with. The cycling is every state, every city has cycling groups. Running groups can be a little harder to come by, but if you look around long enough, you will find them. And swimming, there's master swim teams. There's adults that you might, make friends with at the gym that you can be like, hey, let's meet on Tuesday and Thursday. So the groups are there. You might have to put a little bit of effort and a little bit of yourself out into the world to meet these people. But it really helps. It keeps you motivated, and they can be the pillar that you can rest on when you're not feeling super motivated yourself, because having somebody to meet you can get you out the door. And the last one on this list, it's not a exhaustive list, is to follow your plan. So this is important for a couple of reasons. Number one is your plan is your plan. It's not somebody else's, nor is somebody else's plan your plan. They may be training for a 100-mile running race in the hills of Colorado. So training with them may not be your best solution, right? You also want to focus in on what your goals are, because it's easy to get distracted by all the noise, all the positive noise you could say, but noise that's in the training world, where you read an article and you're like, oh, this article said I need to do this, and your friend, in the office said, but my friend in the office said I need to do this. You need to stick with one plan, whether you download a plan from a website somewhere, you hire a coach like myself or anybody else, and don't deviate. Give it a season, stick with that program. If at the conclusion of the program, you discover that, it didn't work, or it was too much, or it was too little, that's when you would change things. Now, in rare cases, you may need to switch gears in the middle of the season if it's really not working. I get that. But generally speaking, follow your plan. So that's a quick synopsis of 5 of the most important things that I find to be a key to success in triathlon racing, as well as any other kind of sport you might want to pick up. If you have any others, feel free to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Happy New Year. It's coming up soon, and we'll see you in 2026.